Hello, Scholar Academy teachers. So the reason for this video is because we are reviewing Open Up Resources as one of our possible curriculum options, but not everything is fully published and available for us to review, including some of the online content that is really nice and organized, and we wanted to show you what it could be, what the potential is for it based on what we see in the 6th through 8th. So when we get access, we would access from the home page. I currently have access to grades 6 through 8. So I would first choose whichever grade I want to explore, and then it pulls up the different roles. Family and student will not need a login, so families can use this as a resource. Students can come and print off resources, and those will not require a login. Teacher does require a login. That way I can access assessments and things like that, lesson plans that the students will not have access to. What I like about this is kind of the thumbnail overview that we get. Here's the whole entire year, all of the units, makes it very visual just having these thumbnail sort of view. You also have the clickable link, so if you wanted to just skip ahead to a certain unit, you can. When I choose a unit, again, it breaks it down by topic. So in this unit, we have rigid transformations, all of these lessons, you can see those thumbnails with lesson titles. And then we move on to a new topic, properties of rigid transformations. So we have all of the lessons for this new topic, continuing on, congruence, etc. So you can see the view of each one of those lessons. When I choose a lesson, this is like the teacher book with all of the answer keys, all of the worked out examples, only it's better. Because, again, you can navigate, you can skip ahead to different parts of the lesson using this navigation pane over here, or you can just scroll. Here's the things that I like: your learning goals, student-friendly learning goals, different preparation that you're going to need, including a Blackline Master, and I'll show you what that looks like. It explains what all of that preparation should look like. You have Word documents. So I sometimes will take a lesson and edit it, deleting some problems or just reformatting it so it fits on a page a little bit better. And so I can do all of that here in the Word downloads. Maybe I like it exactly as it is and I can just click on the PDF. The PDF can be really helpful for when I'm trying to make my own slideshow, my own presentation software or something like that, where I can just take the screen grabs directly from that PDF. So that can be really helpful. But you'll also notice there's a teacher presentation. The teacher presentation is just a PDF document, but we have in our other training with Smartboard shown how we can take a PDF document, put it in the Smart software, and then have a presentable presentation just ready to go. The other really cool thing that we have here is the community created resources. This is not available for every lesson, but as more and more people use this curriculum, they continue to collaborate. Sometimes it's just looks like Desmos practice problems, Google Slides for the lesson. So if you want to use Google Slides and don't want to use the teacher presentation that's already created, sometimes there will be additional sorting activities that other teachers have created. And so you will be able to see things, and they are vetted. So you know that anything that you click on here is going to be great. As we continue to scroll, this is one thing that I really like, is it's building on and it lists a previous standard. Yes, we're in Math 8, but we are building on something that they learned in 4th grade, and so being able to relate it to those other standards. You'll also see building toward. So this lesson doesn't technically address this one, but we're doing that sort of low floor entry level so that we can build towards this standard. There's a lesson narrative, so it tells you what we're really trying to accomplish, what we're going to be seeing the students doing. Script. So it will tell you exactly all the things that you should say, how to start and launch the activity, how to introduce it to the students, support for students with disabilities, different ways that you can adapt these lessons. And then it will show you, here's what the student-facing task statement is. This is what the students have either in their book or on the document that you have printed for them. Here are some answers that they might respond. Here's some ways that they could answer, and here's why we can, or how we can prompt for these kinds of answers. Here's how we can bring it all back together and summarize with this activity synthesis. So it really truly breaks it down so that you know exactly how to run any one of these given lessons. I can continue to scroll and you will see it continuing to go through the lesson. The Blackline Master, remember that was one of those required materials, and we can access that Blackline Master up at the top. You will see that for some of these lessons. When I click on that, it's a PDF that I can print and prepare for the students so that they have their own sort of sorting activity, or they have their own some sort of way to be engaged, but those are things that you would want to prepare in advance. So that is the breakdown of a lesson. Lots more that could be available to you, but again, I really just like that organization, seeing the overview of the entire unit, going even further, seeing the organization and the overview of the entire year. But one other thing that is really, really helpful is this course guide. This is one of the things that I am absolutely in love with Open Up Resources. This course guide, again, you can navigate through here. You can also scroll down. Love this scope and sequence. What we can see with the scope and sequence is, again, it's breaking it down 6, 7, 8. In the version that we have available to K5, it breaks it K1 and 2, and then a 3, 4, and 5. So you can see week 1, week 2, week 3, about how long each one of these units is going to take. But if I continue to scroll, I love this unit dependency chart. And again, we have versions of this available for the K5. But you can see if my students are struggling on 7-1, or I know that I've got a group of students that are really, really low, I can see I can pull from 6-2. 6th grade Unit 2 is related to 7th grade Unit 1. And then later on when I'm teaching those 8th graders, 8th grade Unit 2, I might need to pull from 7th grade Unit 1 to review. So you can see this unit dependency, and it's really, really nice. So if you're needing to do some intervention, you know that you can kind of pre-front any of that knowledge or pre-front any of that learning with some of these past units. Something else that I really, really like is this standards by lesson and lessons by standard. So when I'm looking at any given lesson, I can see what standard it is addressing, but I can also view it the other way. If I need to teach a certain standard, I know what lessons I can pull from that are going to address that standard. So I really like that additional organization so that we can make sure that we're covering all of our standards. Other things that are available to you in any one of these versions, you can also click on assessments. And so these are pre-diagnostic assessments, mid-unit assessments for some longer ones, end-of-unit assessments, again, PDF and Word version. So if you would like to edit, delete some problems, change some options, you are welcome to do that in those Word documents. And again, as you scroll through, it's going to have all of the answers, different ways of grading, understanding if they make this mistake, what does that really mean and how to address that. And so you'll see that in the assessments. But again, remember, that's only available in the teacher login. The student and families are not going to have access to that. But you also have family materials. So if I wanted to share this information with families, I can share this summary in a newsletter. This is what we're learning. This is what we're working on. Here's the different topics from this unit. And there's the unit downloads. So if I, instead of downloading each lesson individually, if I want to download all of the lessons or all of the cool downs, I can download it as one big bulk package instead of individual pieces. Now again, this video is just showing you how we can navigate through the 6 through 8 stuff. You're going to have access to that for the K5 if we decide to go with this curriculum. It's just not available to us yet, but the online organization is one of the things that Janine and I fell in love with, and so we wanted you to get excited about what could be available. There are some of the same things available with Eureka/Engage New York. We don't need special logins, and those are all published, so we can just take the time to explore those ourselves. You'll see some of those same things. Curriculum map, modules with the lessons broken down. So you'll see a lot of those same things. I just really like that visual format of that Open Up resource, but you can explore the other curriculum options on your own and watch the video to explore Open Up resources. That's it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.